Hey, how's it going today, sir?
Hey, good with you.
Good. I have a question for you. I just bought a new house, and I have a lot of projects to do around it. And by starters, I want to do a mailbox. Can you show me some concrete footing stuff I can use?
Yep. What I would probably suggest if you want to do concrete is start with a sonotube and mix up concrete mix and pour the concrete into the sonotube and put a wood post inside that. Or I have another solution that will save you time and a lot of effort.
That's what I need.
All right, and you could probably do 5 of your projects today. I'll show you over here.
Thank you very much.
So the bayo-s system is really as simple as A, B, C.
Really?
You have the A screw tip, which you screw into the ground. Then you have a choice of either a 20-inch or a 10-inch extendable extension, and it just goes in and locks. And then you have your choice of C, which is your bracket for the top. You have a 4x4 bracket or a 6x6 bracket or the hex top bracket.
Wow.
And there again, the brackets just go in and they lock. So like I said, it's as simple as A, B, C.
That is awesome. I love it.
Well, the ground screw foundation system works in a similar physics as a wood screw. Because of the soil displacement, it's compacting the soil as it's going in, because it's tapered and all the rest of that, and that's what gives it the bearing capacity. It gives it strength. As it keeps going in, it just packs harder and harder. So altogether, it's pretty easy. You screw these pieces into the ground, and then you add the extension, and it just slip in and lock, and your foundation is ready to bear loads once you have it driven into the depth that you want.
But how can such a little screw like that support something so big? Like, what about concrete? How do you compare to concrete?
Yeah, it's simple physics, really, because as it's going into the soil, the ground screw is going and compacting the soil, like I said earlier, and it forms a bond with the surrounding material, and that's where the strength lies. Concrete, on the other hand, is relying on its own weight for the strength. The screw tip alone, this screw tip, which is 20 inches long, will support a pull strength of over 3,000 pounds in good soil conditions. So if you can imagine a 3,000-pound concrete block, and beside this screw, size doesn't matter. Physics do.
That makes sense. Now, you're saying something about soil. What do you mean by exactly by good soil conditions?
Good soil conditions means the material like clay or sand. Those are good soil conditions for the screw, but it doesn't mean that you're restricted to those for ground screw installation. It's simply a matter of adapting to the situation that you have and using a slight change of installation procedure. So that's what it's all about. That's the strength of the bayo-s screw, is adapting. The screws are extendable, like I showed you. You can add and get more bearing capacity by adding, and that'll give you a good solid foundation.
Wow. What would happen if I was putting that in and I hit a rock?
Yep, that's pretty much the best support that you can get.
Really?
Sure, the installation time is going to take longer, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult than regular soil, but it's really a simple solution. When you're screwing this in with the electric tool, you just simply back the screw out, take a rock bit, put it into the electric tool that you're using to drive in the screws, and you drill into the rock. One of two things is going to happen. One, either the rock is going to break up, or you're going to drill right through the rock. You might be there for 10 minutes or so drilling through the rock, but still a lot less time than digging out that big boulder.
Now, how would I get one of these things to be installed, to use them?
Yeah, plenty of choices there. One that you can do if you're doing, just a few. You have this installation tool, the hand installation tool. You have the point, which you can drive into the soil to give you a nice straight hole, and the screw will follow that nice and straight. You take the two black handles, put them onto the extensions coming out the side here, and you have the bubble on the top to make sure that you're going in level, and you just literally slip this into the screw and crank it in by hand.
Wow.
Or you have the electric tool that we have over in our rentals department with a set of gearboxes that will adapt to the screw as well. Just slides inside like the hand tool, and you crank them in that way. Or if it's a bigger project, or you feel like you don't want to do it yourself, we have a specialist installation crew that will come out, and within a few minutes they'll have the foundation finished for you, ready for you to start building your project.
Wow, that's exciting. I have all these opportunities to do all this kind of stuff. Now, I'm just worried about the longevity of this, and as well as the frost if I were to put it in the ground. what will happen?
In terms of long-term use, the screw will definitely satisfy you.
Okay.
It has a 25-year warranty, and even above just the longevity of the screw itself, imagine a piece of 4x4 in a concrete foundation. It shrinks a little bit, now you get moisture down in beside, you're going to get rotting. Here, your wood material that you're building with is all above the ground, it's always going to stay dry, and you're not going to get the rot happening. With frost, the beauty of this whole system really shines there. It's the difference between the behavior between the screw and the ground and concrete and the ground. I explained earlier the bonding that happens with the ground and the screw around it, it all becomes like one. And so the frost isn't able to get a hold of it and heave it up like it can with concrete.
That's right.
Should it ever happen, and you have a screw that did come up a little bit, you can actually loosen it from the structure that you're supporting, crank it in again with a tool that will crank in from the side, and now you can refasten your structure and you're good to go.
That's simple as that. That's awesome to hear. It's actually quite amazing. I thought I could only do one project. Now I know I can do 5 different ones at home all by myself. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm glad I could introduce the ground screw system to you, and I wish you many happy projects because it really doesn't get easier than this.
It's just amazing how, nobody's thought about this idea before, and to think that concrete is one of the world's biggest polluters. It's amazing how no one's thought about this.
Well, believe it or not, ground screw anchors have been in existence in Europe for a little over 15 years.
Really?
But this adjustable screw was made specifically for our changing Canadian terrain. So I suggest you take 2 extra extensions with you.
Sure.
And if you don't need them, you can come back and return them anytime.
I definitely will. Thank you so much for introducing this to me. It's amazing. Now I can actually get some work done.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So we got our rentals department here, and this is Paul. He's in charge of it, and Paul, he needs the rental tools for the bayo-s screws.
Okay, Mark, let me show you what you need for your job. There's this 1 in 5 torque converter to start.
Okay.
This will drive your screw, and this you'll be driven by the rotary hammer, which is the SDS system. What it looks like is this unit right here. All right, I'll just put this on. And then what's going to happen, you're just going to drive it in this way here.
Okay, perfect.
So it's pretty straightforward. Now, you will hit some obstacles sometimes if you hit a rock or a stone.
That's what we were saying,
Just put this carbide bit on the rotary hammer, drill through the rock.
It'll go right through it.
Go right through it, and then just continue on with your screw.
Sounds good. Thanks for showing us.
No, anytime, Mark.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, any other questions, you give me a call.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate it.